drive on a dirt road. Blacktop was off limits way back then. I remember that first day we hit that interstate. That highway got up underneath my skin. And I've been rolling ever since.
Yay, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. This is David Steele and that was Tony Justice. So, went ahead and started Red Thunder here. That beeping sound is the low air pressure. Just got a bit of damage, which is a shame. But we are using a new engine today. I'm going to go ahead and just check out the map. I want to pick up a job today. We're going to give this engine a bit of a run for its money. I'm going to take something urgent. Before I do, and I guess you're going to have to sit here whilst I wait for the air to recharge. I'm using the Cummins QSK19 today. That is an engine, it's a mod. It's available on the Steam Workshop. I'll put a link to it down below. And I'm using the kind of black sheep of that family. I'm using the QSK19 600 TL. I know. Such a long name. TL stands for Torque Limited. So this is a 18.9 litre engine that produces 600 horsepower from 1850 foot-pounds of torque. The standard 600 produces something like 1950 foot-pounds of torque. But I've limited it here because that way it's compatible with a whole bunch of non-super heavy duty transmissions and other components. The air pressure's taking forever to climb. So yes, the engine produces 600 horsepower. It's fairly well configured for heavy haul. There are other transmissions. There are other engines in the QSK19 that produce more torque and will be more suitable, but aren't so suitable for the sort of gearboxes that I want to use today. Using an Eaton Ultrashift Plus, I cannot get my words out today. 10 speed, and that probably has an 1850 foot-pound torque rating. That's what I want to use today anyway. So, not got so far to go to pick up my cargo. Let's get on the road. You know what? Let me just pop up an image of the torque curve here. So David talking to future self, don't forget to put an image there. This is the QSX19 600. So we have a lower peak torque than the normal 600 horsepower, but it's broader. This engine, however, likes revs. The QSX19, it's an industrial engine based, it would appear it shares parts with the old Cummins KT and KTA from the 1970s. So it's big. And that has implications for a bunch of things actually, how the game works, how the truck works. First things first, the truck is less maneuverable with a big heavy engine over the front wheels. At least it feels it. So it takes longer to go around corners because your steering input moves the wheels slower. It's also thirsty. It's heavy on diesel. And it takes a while to rev up and to build and lose engine revs, certainly compared to the X12 and even the X50. So it's not as responsive as the smaller capacity engines, and it burns more diesel. So, okay, where's the benefit? Well, bigger engine, lots of torque, yes. This isn't the most torquiest of engine around, but it suits my purposes. And it's probably also cheaper to buy. It's a big engine, it's heavy, yeah, is it necessary? Maybe not the 600, you might want to go for the 700 or 800 models, but at least this one, yeah, it should be fun. I'm going to have to work this thing hard. I'm going to pick up an urgent delivery. We'll see what kind of mileage we get, but I don't think it's going to be very good. Here we are. This is a 77,823 pounds of cargo I am taking from Moab to Sorocco. I'm not going to use the navigation system, so we'll see how well this works. It's an urgent delivery, so I've got a bit of a time. Got to get there by essentially 2:30, between 2:30 and 4 p.m. I reckon I could make it. What could possibly go wrong? I forget how long the long wheelbase Kenworth W900s are. Wait, does my suspension still raised from earlier? Might be. I'll get a little closer and I'll tell. I'll be able to tell when I get closer. You can raise and lower the truck's air suspension. Yeah, I think I'm high. Guess I'll try. Yep, that's better. Okay. Right, well, let's just duck underneath this thing and grab the cargo and we'll be on our way. I wonder if this guy knows the way to Sorocco. Excuse me, Gov. How do I get to Sorocco? Nothing. Alright, well, I guess I'll look at the map then. So let's see. Sorocco is mostly south and a little bit east. And I can kind of go southeast from here, maybe, and cut back west. There's a couple of roads south. What's that one? Is that the 191? That's straight road. That doesn't seem so tough. That'll work for me. It hopefully is a fast road. I guess we're going to find out. Let's make like a tree and get out of here. Okay, first left turn without running into anyone. But I did inconvenience the traffic a little bit. This is kind of heavier than I hoped. Or rather, it feels heavier than I hoped. I'm using a reasonably tall, well, I say tall. It's overdrive transfer. Whoa, where do you think you're going, sunshine? Really? Lanes merge? Really? I may end up using this on the video later, so I won't say what I'm thinking, but what does it rhyme with? Anchor. Okay. Well, I guess the AI gets some stuff right. What was I saying? Yeah, so I'm using it's that tall of a transmission. It's an overdrive transmission with a 355, so very similar gearing to the stock 13 speed, but I've only got 10 speeds to choose from. So at 1500 revs in top gear, it's doing about 70, and that means it's doing about 1200 revs at 55, which is where this engine starts to come alive, although kind of does need revving a little bit, quite a lot, to get the best performance. But I'm optimistic that with this much torque and this much power, I should make light work of gradients as long as I change gear adequately. I'm going to be using this Ultrashift Plus mostly in automated mode, but I will encourage the shift or occasionally just shift down. I've set the truck up in economy mode because, like I say, this 19-litre engine is going to drink diesel, so it'd be nice to get some kind of reasonable mileage. I don't want to regret my decision of engine, but it is kind of struggling a little bit. The engine brake is weak. That's by design. It's an industrial engine, so it's not going to have the best of engine brakes. That's my take on it. But like this tanker, you know, the boat anchor that cut me off earlier, I'm stuck behind him and I can't get around him, and then he outbrakes me every time we come to a corner or something. Well, it's okay. We'll keep going, and eventually the roads will widen up. We should be able to make some better progress. Let's hope so. I mean, once we deal with this hill, of course, because another hill. Yay! Finally the boat anchor's turned off. I feel like I've been stuck behind him for hours, which is not entirely... Oops. Okay, that's a Texas red light. You kind of go through them. I didn't get a ticket there. Okay. Alright, well, now he's out the way. He wasn't holding me up that much. It was just... I didn't like the way he overtook me. Okay, well, hopefully this van to the truck won't hold me up that much.
Daddy only let me drive on a dirt road. Blacktop was off limits way back then. I remember that first day we hit that interstate. That highway got up underneath my skin. And I've been rolling ever since. Love to hear those big wheels whine. 'Cause my windshield sees the world that my rear view leaves behind. Shifting gears, I love that sound. I top off my tanks and coffee, put the hammer right back down. Yeah, this is who we are and how we roll out on the big road. I've seen this whole country on this big road. My office has one hell of a view. I really like your town. I'd love to stick around, but I'm just a gypsy rambling, passing through. Lord knows that's the truth. I love to hear those big wheels whine. 'Cause my windshield sees a world that my rear view leaves behind. Shifting gears, I love that sound. I drop off my tanks and coffee, put the hammer right back down. Yeah, this is who we are and how we roll out on the big road. I love to hear those big wheels whine. 'Cause my windshield sees a world that my rear view leaves behind. Shifting gears, I love that sound. I top off my tanks and coffee, put the hammer right back down. Yeah, this is who we are and how we roll out on the big road. Out on the big road.
So I guess I follow the road right round here. 191's this way, okay. And then I think I turn right up here. Yeah, I'm sure I do. I just didn't see this in the top-down view on the map. But it's stick on the 191. It'll be obvious because there'll be a sign for Sorocco, right? Surely, I hope. Well, there's the highway to my right. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, well, find out in a jiffy then. Okay, I think that was probably the hardest direction change I've got to take. Stick to the 191 and I eventually have got to turn left. But I'm a little concerned. I'm not making as good time as I wanted to. I can't really blame the weather. 600 horsepower, so how hard can this be? I think the road I'm taking is just not as amenable to progress as I would have liked. Anyway, let's shelve that for now, and let's get the hammer down, see if we can make up some time. Yay, this is my left turn. Thank goodness. It's felt like a challenge to get here. I probably ought to use a bit of engine braking, I think. Okay. So we turn left here, and then that's not that far from my destination, I don't think. A miserable rainy day. Well, nothing around, so let's do the inch forward while looking sideways thing, right? Looking good. Okay. Alright, let's pull that forward. Let's put that 600 horsepower to work then, shall we? Okay, so let's see how far we've got to go to Sorocco. And that's not good. Not given the time. I'm going to be late. Dang it. Okay, so well, that's disappointing. And my truck computer is telling me I have not exactly been conservative with the motion lotion or the diesel. So we burned a whole stack of fuel and we're running late. So not a great trip so far. Though at least it's given me a chance to run with the QSX. There's always that. Well, I'm late, but at least I can make up some time here. And finally got this this rig to do more than 65. It's disappointingly underpowered. But hey, it'll hoof along at 70, fair enough. So I keep it pointing rubber side down though, right? Well, I'm already late. This thing's rolling like a gudgeon. Yeah, I'm already late, so every minute costs me money. Let's see if we can get there at least close to time, maybe? Yeah, let's get that hammer down though. You know, I should be a little bit more reflective on how well this QSX19's gone. And to put it in context, I've spent a lot of time driving the X12 efficiency and the X15 efficiency mods. The difference between those two engines is only 50 foot-pounds of torque, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference. With this QSX19, that 100 foot-pounds of torque difference between the normal 600 and the torque limited, that's made a big difference. Now, I don't know if it's because it's a big engine, so there's a lot of rotational inertia in the physics model, and it just takes its time to build speed, but this thing kind of feels like it's struggling. And so, hard for me to kind of recommend this engine. It's my own design for this kind of haul. It should really be going up to the 700 or the 800 horsepower level. Then again, with 78,000 pounds, you probably want to do that anyway, and you didn't need me to take a 20, 30, 40, 50 minute video to make that point. Huh. So I guess I should go here at last, or finally we're here, or whatever the heck Doug says. So we made it. We're late, so we're going to be irresponsible up this little driveway. Gonna get this QSX19 to do some work for a change. That's a little harsh. I've worked this thing hard over the last, I don't know, 100 miles or so. So yeah, Right, well, let's check in and see how well we did. Quick parking. Been a long trip. That's less than 4 miles per gallon, and we're late, which we knew that we were late. So, okay, well, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. It's a little different to my usual. Other than me being late, figuring out where I'm going, of course, that's kind of normal. But hopefully you've enjoyed this, and if you have, you know what to do. Drop me a like, drop me a comment if you want some more videos like this. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.